Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Rebel Mind, where we talk about everything rebellious mindset related, from personal growth hacks to live your most awesome life to marketing strategies so your business can grow and thrive and be awesome and disruptive to the social norms. Hi, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lauren. I am a copywriter and marketing strategist for Rebel Brands and Radical Changemakers, and I love to talk about everything mindset related because I believe that the more we understand and question all of the conditioning that we've had, the better we can be in personal life and in business. Today, I wanted to talk about audience. With all of the stuff going on with AI and the ever-changing landscape of marketing, one of the things that holds true, and I believe will hold true forever, is having a built-in community in your audience, basically, or creating uh, um, a sense of belonging within your audience. When your audience loves you, they are automatically going to spend more time with your brand. They're going to spend more money on your brand, and they're going to tell everybody they know about how awesome your brand is. And I think it is one of the undervalued aspects of marketing is putting that time into your audience. And we can see it with some brands, particularly like the influencers, people on social media and things that have constantly provided so much value to their audience, helping their audience in so many ways, helping them be seen, helping them accelerate in their life in some sort of way, and how through every marketing change, they've done nothing but grow. Because having a connection, a deeper connection than like, hey, you buy my stuff and I make money and you get stuff, beyond the basic buyer seller relationship. Building an audience within or a community within your brand will help your brand thrive above the fluctuations. It will continue to thrive even during this bumpy time of AI. Because let's be honest, AI is like the super cool new toy and everyone loves it and everything, just like when SEO first became a real big thing. Like everyone was like nutty about it and stuff. And then we have, that pendulation where things get out of control, and then we come back and we realize how to use it in the most appropriate way, for the best experience for the audience and for the collective, right? And I think AI is going to be doing the same thing. It's going to be this really cool thing. We're going to go through a messy period, and then it's going to regulate, and we're going to come back to like center with it. And I think AI is fantastic, and it definitely has a place in our world and our marketing and our content creation. It's an incredibly helpful tool, but there's one thing that it doesn't have, and that's the human element. And in creating an audience and appealing to your audience, you have to have that human element because you're talking to humans. And at least as of right now, the AI cannot fully grasp that human experience. It just kind of regurgitates more of what it's collecting, right? And of those things. So having that relation, having that human element to all of your content and anything in relation to connecting with your audience is going to deepen your relationship with them. So with these fluctuations, when AI does some like disruption in the system that it will definitely be doing, you're still going to have that solid foundation. One of my favorite quotes is by Maya Angelou, and it says, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that is so true when it comes to connecting with your audience. They don't always remember what you said about your product, why it's like this extra special product, or what you did that was like super innovative or anything like that. They don't always remember those things, but they will always remember that feeling that they get when they connect with your brand, when your brand resonates with them. And that is pivotal in building your audience. So you have this emotional connection with them. And there's a lot of content creators out there that have built the audience, that have spent the time to connect with people. And that is what has made their brand flourish, is because they have content that resonates with their demographic. They understand their audience. They understand on a psychological, emotional level what their audience is feeling, what they're struggling with, and how they can solve those problems. It's above and beyond the general demographics of, working with female millennials who are liberal minded or something along those lines. It's actually like, what are their core problems? What are they deeply struggling with? And what can I help to heal? What can I help to solve for them? And creating that space that their audience feels seen, their audience feels heard, and their audience feels a part of the conversation, which is why social media marketing is so important for a brand, particularly a small brand, because small brands don't always have the reputation, the money to do these huge campaigns, and they have to lean in to building that community, to helping people see how that they have a place within their brand. And no matter where the marketing trend leans, having that community, having that space to where your customer feels connected with you and feels aligned with you is going to carry you throughout. We all like to think about those shortcuts where you just put a bunch of money into ads and throw it out there into the ether, and we're going to get all this money back and stuff like that. We all want those shortcuts, especially nowadays where we want immediate gratification in everything that we do. But taking the time to actually build an audience and build a community within your brand is so valuable and can take your brand so far. It takes time. Just like if you're working on an SEO strategy, it takes time to build that momentum. But then once you start building that momentum, things can start skyrocketing. All of a sudden, your social media starts blowing up because you finally hit something, and maybe a video goes viral or something, and it escalates and goes up. And so, but it takes time, it takes effort, it takes engaging and stuff. It doesn't have this quick fix. And sometimes we feel like in marketing, when everything is always fluctuating, something is always new, always changing. Now this works better. No, this works better. The one thing you can always rely on, you can always trust will help your brand grow, is connecting and building your audience. And especially if you have a brand that is new, if you have a startup, having a connection with your audience and actually building that community is going to be so pivotal in the success of your business. Too often, people work at trying to get that quick money in the beginning and not working on the building part of it. And this is what's going to make you the money, because you're going to have by creating this audience, you're creating a space where your audience can actually emotionally connect with you. Then you're going to be able to tailor the products and the services towards their needs, because we all think that we know what they want initially, and then it always takes some tweaking later on, right? Maybe like a year into your business, you realize, I actually need it to be a little bit more like this in order to serve my audience the best. And that evolution is vital to the success of your business, because if we're not evolving, we just die, right? When you have an emotional connection with your audience, then you have the products or the services that serve them because you know them, so you can have those products that serve them the best. And then you move on to they're happy with their products because you made it to serve them, because you took the time to connect with them and get to know them. And then they have both that emotional connection, they can identify with your brand, and you serve them the way they need to be served. And so there you go. You have an ultimate fan of your brand, you have repeat buyers, and you have your own influencers who are going to be spreading the word, and be your biggest ambassadors to your brand just because they feel connected with it and they've been served so well by it. And this is not like the only method to use when marketing, because obviously when you're marketing you want a very diverse landscape. You don't want to just lean solely into social media and then just put all your eggs in that one basket, because that's when I talk to brands that have done that a lot, they're exhausted. Like, social media is exhausting, especially if it's your only source of bringing in the clientele or bringing in the customers. It's You have to pump out a lot of content in order to get there. But having that community, whether that's in a Facebook community with a lot of people who are repeat buyers and love your brand, or if that's just your general social media um, platforms, but then also integrating your email marketing, your ads, your lead magnets, all of those things have a place in your marketing plan, and that can help diversify and build your audience. Building and bringing in people from multiple directions, which is where funnels come in and are incredibly helpful. But whether you're working on your SEO and having a content strategy, blog strategy that goes along with that, your email marketing, your ad campaigns, your lead magnets, your social media content, all of those can work together. And if your focus and understanding is rooted in the knowledge of your audience, that is going to help all of those little sectors of your marketing funnel flourish all the more. So, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. And if you are a small business, please work on building your audience, like from the very beginning, putting out content that's going and to putting out content to help your audience and get your name out there and start building that community, and then work from there. Start expanding and building, because for example, the best blog strategy is one that is for your audience. And so understanding what your audience is searching, what your people want and are looking for, helps you to have that blog strategy that's actually going to help your business expand. And so everything comes down to the root understanding of the audience. What are some things you can do to understand your audience more than just getting out there and putting content out and building your audience organically like that? One of the things that you can do, like I said in the last video, the interviews and the surveys of current customers that you currently have. Those are so valuable, and can really give you some powerful insights for so many aspects of your marketing. Because if your demographic doesn't go on Instagram, if your demographic is older and maybe TikTok and Instagram are completely foreign concepts to them, if you're B2B, like things like that probably are not going to be so worth your time. But you don't know that if you don't investigate your current audience and where they found you, and who is it that gravitates most towards you, beyond the demographic. And so interviewing can be really helpful, and surveys can be really helpful. Obviously, interviewing is going to be the best because you can have actual conversations just like you would if you were on a date. You could have actual conversations to really get to know them better on a personal level. Surveys are a good alternative in order to get some detailed information. You can ask them specific questions that will help you in your brand. But another avenue is to do a deep dive into their social media, or what type of things they're liking, what type of things they're commenting, other platforms they're following and maybe they're big fans of, any sort of stories that they're liking. That'll give you a sense of what kind of struggles they're having, what kind of content that they are most attracted to. Maybe they are more attracted to brands that have a more blunt, conversational, sassy kind of tone, and you've been trying to be very professional and clear with all of your stuff, but haven't had a whole lot of personality into it. And you need to start leaning into your personality of your brand. Like, it can give you little insights and stuff like that. And those can be really helpful in um, tailoring your brand to your ideal client and understanding your customers on a deeper level than just their demographics. So, I hope this was helpful for you in building your audience and understanding that they're more than just the demographic, and how important it is as the foundation of your marketing to have that fundamental understanding of who your audience is on a human, personal level, and how that can really help your brand go to the next level and expand beyond your wildest dreams, and how you can integrate that understanding into absolutely every aspect of your company and your marketing, and designing that funnel system to help your everything flourish. So, like, subscribe, comment, and share with a fellow rebel, and let's start a revolution.